Some people may get cancer from exposure to carcinogens. These are chemicals that cause cancer. That's why they call it. It's a carcinogen. It's a chemical that causes cancer. How does the chemical cause cancer? If you look at the people who have been exposed to those chemicals, you'll find that carcinogen goes to the mitochondria and doesn't cause an acute death, because if it did, the cell would die. It disrupts oxidative phosphorylation chronically over time. Some people are intermittent hypoxia, sleep apnea, chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation can damage mitochondria in any number of cells in any given tissue. You have aging. More cancer patients happen in older people because their mitochondria get damaged over a longer period of time. What about oncogenic viruses like papillomavirus, hepatitis C virus? These viruses are all known to damage oxidative phosphorylation in certain ways on certain people. Hepatitis C, you get a lot of liver cancer. Papillomaviruses, you get various urogenital cancers and things like this, oral cancers. You know, they all damage mitochondria. Now, what about inherited mutations like BRCA1? You hear a lot about that for the, okay, BRCA1 encodes proteins that affect the mitochondria. So obviously, but the interesting thing about inherited, I call them risk factors, inherited risk factors, is that they're never 100% penetrance. So what does that mean? That means that, say, a female with BRCA1 may have a 50 or 55% chance of developing a breast tumor from that mutation. But then there are another 45% of the women that would have them, you never develop a tumor.
Right.
So it's not 100%, it's a risk factor. And what happens is those inherited risk factors also influence the mitochondria to be transitioning it over to a fermentation. So, and you know, because they're not 100% penetrant, that means there are things that we can do in the environment to reduce the risk of those things. We can reduce the risk from carcinogens, from radiation, from inflammation. As long as we can keep mitochondria healthy, you cannot get cancer. Cancer can only come when mitochondria are damaged. When mitochondria are damaged, you get DNA mutations. Mutations are an effect. They're not the cause of the cancer. They're an effect of the cancer. So everything comes back to the energy of the mitochondria and oxidative phosphorylation.
Want to learn what the leading edge science says about the most proven anti-cancer diet? What about experiencing the joy and power of meditation, emotional freedom, energy medicine yoga, and ancient healing methods? Or how about learning from world-leading doctors and health experts what you can do to protect yourself and your family from chronic disease and live a long and healthy life? Imagine if you could learn directly from cancer conquerors how they beat cancer using holistic diet and lifestyle approaches. And imagine understanding why certain supplements work, others don't, and what to look for when choosing effective supplements for health and vitality. And what if every month you could get your most important health questions answered by world-leading integrative and holistic physicians and health experts? Now, it's all possible inside Healing Life. Join the health revolution today at healinglife.net.